Hi Cottage Grove, I'm Councilmember Steve Dennis, and for the Council Update video this month, I wanted to check in with my friend, City Staff Member Gretchen Larson. Gretchen is the Economic Development Director for Cottage Grove and has been with us for about a year now. She was here in time last year to help us at the ICSC conference in Las Vegas, which is what we're going to talk about today. Welcome, Gretchen.
Good morning, Councilmember. Happy to be here.
Happy to have you. The ICSC Las Vegas Trade Show will take place this year from May 21 to 23. This annual trade show is a chance for the city to promote and elevate itself as a space where people can shop, dine, work, play, and gather. In 2022, ICSC rebranded themselves from the International Council of Shopping Centers to Innovating Commerce, Serving Communities. This rebrand recognizes that the consumer shopping experience has evolved, the landscape of brick and mortar stores has changed, and there needs to be more focus on how communities are to be served. The city team recognized the changes in the rebrand meant more than just shopping center owners would attend and exhibit at the 2022 show and beyond. This allowed us to expand our meetings from those in retail and hospitality to include developers and investors. Our plans now also include promoting the city business park and the land for lease and sale, in addition to the meetings we set with retailers, restaurateurs, and the hospitality industry. We anticipate that the 2023 trade show will be even more successful than 2022, and we look forward to meeting with new and exciting retailers, investors, and developers. One thing we are proud of as a city is that we have been, for the past several years, the only city from Minnesota to come and use this venue to promote economic development. All right, Gretchen, well, we're going to go through a couple questions here and talk a little bit about what we've got going with ICSC. So why does the city attend the event, and what does the city hope to achieve there?
Well, the city's been attending the event for over 10 years. They generally try to focus on meetings for retailers, shopping, dining, but as you mentioned in your intro, the focus is now evolved, and so we also do meetings with industrial developers and investors like in shopping centers and that sort of thing. Our focus is that if you want a good paying job, you ought to be able to work, live, shop, play, and dine, and do it all in Cottage Grove. The diversity of businesses in our commercial corridors is important to the city. It's a top priority, and so with that, the ICSC show allows us the opportunity to have exposure to over 3,200 retailers and 700 exhibitors that we can visit and set meetings with.
And many of those we actually strategically kind of map out, and we look for needs and opportunities that will help to well-round our business program here in the community.
Absolutely. We look for businesses that we may not have, or businesses that will be complementary to the businesses we do have. And the same goes for the industrial areas of the city as well.
Excellent. So let's talk a little bit maybe about some success stories that came out of the ICSC over the past few years.
Last year, in 2022, we met with restaurateurs and with hoteliers, both of whom we are now in active conversations with in 2023 about their interest in locating in the city. So ICSC allows us that opportunity. One success story that I was not a part of was when you all attended in a previous year and you talked to the folks at Hy-Vee and you managed to actually redo that entire shopping center, which used to be a Home Depot. So you took what was a bit of a drag on the economy and turned it into a wonderful spot. And now we're just proud that the center is completely full with the coming of Ulta Beauty and Pacific Dental. So that's a really big deal.
Yeah, and that's something that helped us to eliminate a blight that had been going on in the community
Absolutely.
For about a decade. Mm-hmm. So that was a great piece of work coming out of that ICSC. So beyond trade shows and conferences, what are some of the ways the city has made progress on economic development goals?
Well, other programs that we work on include working with the Chamber of Commerce and Washington County EDA, they're open to business, to share what types of services businesses can take advantage of. They have expertise in business planning, marketing, communication plans, tax preparation, accounting, and more. And you can visit the city's website to learn more about these services.
Excellent. So can you address any exciting economic development news that we currently have going on in the city?
Exciting news. Well, yes. We did meet with an investor last year at ICSC, and he is in negotiations with the property owner of the 73-acre parcel there at Highway 61, which we commonly call the Shops at Cottage View. The developer wants to build a mixed-use retail center with shopping and dining and entertainment venues with possibly a Class A office building and a hotel.
Okay,
So that's exciting.
That is very exciting. And so what we'll do is we're going to be there in May, and we're going to continue working along the direction and the lines. For those who may want to know, we've achieved in the last 8 years over $2 billion of economic development success here in the city, which is the all-time record for any measured time period. So Cottage Grove is a great place to come, to invest, to live, to be, and we're working very hard to make sure that we bring as many opportunities here to town for people as we possibly can.
Absolutely.
Fantastic. Well, thank you so much for joining me today and for sharing some of this great news with the community. And we'll be back with some updates, I'm sure, coming up once we get back from Las Vegas.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me.
So thank you, everyone, for tuning in today as we've talked a little bit about economic development and going to the ICSC. I'm Steve Dennis for a council update, and we'll look forward to seeing you coming up soon. Thank you.